Well, hi there, everybody, and good Tuesday morning to you. Meteorologist Travis Klineski here. We have one more severe weather class here in south central Nebraska, at least for this year, and then they're done. There will still be a few more in the east and the western parts of the viewing area, but for south central Nebraska, north central Kansas, if you haven't been to a class yet, you may want to get to this one if you still want to get to one. It's up in Merritt County at the Central City Fire Station. It starts at 6:30 this evening. And again, you'll get some great stuff, some great information from the Hastings National Weather Service about severe weather, how to keep you and your family safe. It's a great presentation. I saw it this past weekend. And again, we're getting to that time of the year where we're talking about severe weather. In fact, we have a threat of that for tomorrow. But before we get to that, first off, fire has been the big threat for the last several weeks now. Red flag warnings in effect today, starting at noon, going through 1 o'clock tomorrow morning across northern and western Nebraska. So mostly the northern and northwestern fringes of our viewing area. And you folks, again, have the highest threat of fire. And also here, as we get towards tomorrow with the chances of rain, your chance of rain is much lower than what everybody else has, so that's unfortunate. But again, higher fire risk out there for today with the highest risk in the northern and northwestern parts of the viewing area. A chilly start to our day. A lot of us in the 30s this morning, but a big climb in temps, lots of sunshine, not too much wind, a little breezy out there, but not too bad this afternoon as we get up into the 70s and 80s for highs. Tonight, well, breezy winds really starting to pick up even more, and that's going to start to transport moisture northward late tonight. And as dew points climb, well, your temperature can't fall as far. Your temperature has to stay above the dew point. So it is going to be a milder night ahead of us. We'll still have mostly clear skies for much of the overnight hours. Now tomorrow, those breezes continue. We'll see more moisture move northward. It'll be a warmer day out there with highs in the 70s and 80s in the southern parts of the viewing area ahead of that front there, that cold front. And dew points into the 50s and maybe even approaching 60 degrees in southeast Nebraska. So by the end of the afternoon hours, showers and thunderstorms will become possible. After about 3 or 4, maybe 5 o'clock, we'll see some of those showers and storms erupting. Now initially maybe a couple of supercells, but I expect these to become linear fairly quickly. So not much of a tornado threat with these storms. Maybe more of a hail threat, quarter-size hail, possibly a little bit larger than that, but more of a wind threat then as we get that linear, that line of showers and thunderstorms that starts to push southeast, where we could see some damaging winds up around 60 miles per hour, or maybe even greater in some locations. Again, those will push to the east and southeast. We could see another round of showers and isolated thunderstorms later in the night, although the severe weather threat is lower with that round as the instability levels go down. And then those will clear out for Thursday during the day, although still a chance of some showers in southwestern Nebraska for your Thursday. More of us will see a quieter day on Thursday, but a cooler day behind that front. So the Storm Prediction Center has a slight risk of severe weather out in the yellow shaded areas from about Kearney to Albion, south and eastward here. That's where the best chance of severe weather is going to be. A marginal risk to the west and northwest of that with, again, just kind of a smaller threat of some severe weather. So again, we are looking at the threat of some severe weather. Your biggest threats are going to be wind and hail, a low tornado threat with these storms that develop tomorrow. So that's not as big of a concern. Of course, I'm sure as we get later into the spring, that will become a bigger concern with some severe weather. But one thing that's nice about this, I know we have to deal with the severe weather, but hey, some rain is on the way, and some good rain for some folks. Now, thunderstorms, it's tough to forecast the exact amounts of moisture because, you can get a good thunderstorm and your neighbor can get nothing. But it does look like anybody that gets underneath a good thunderstorm has the chance to see some decent moisture, over an inch of rainfall possibly. Best chances the farther east that you live, but even central Nebraska a chance. But unfortunately, the farther north and northwest you go, well, you're going to see lower totals the way it looks right now. It's just pretty likely that you're going to see lower totals in those locations. As for your temps for today, back to what's expected today. Very quiet conditions, upper 70s to around 80 up north, lower to mid 80s back towards the west, in the south upper 70s and lower 80s, and upper 70s in the east. So a nice warm afternoon expected. Warmer tomorrow in the Tri-Cities, a little more humid out there. Here comes those showers and thunderstorms. By Thursday, we're clearing things out. We'll be cooler in the 60s, which still is not bad by any means. Showers possible on Thursday to the southwest, and then those will move into the rest of the area for Thursday night, although it favors areas south of Interstate 80 with a slight chance of showers. Heading into your Friday, probably the coolest day of the next 7, around average, maybe slightly below average on Friday. The weekend looks good, although maybe a little bit breezy. That could be the only downside of the weekend, but otherwise your holiday weekend looking good. We'll keep those nice conditions going into next Monday. I've kept rain chances out for now on Monday. May have to possibly throw those in for the northeastern parts of the viewing area. So fairly active here in the next 24 to 48 hours, but until then, very nice weather ahead of you for today. So there's your forecast for today. Until next time, I'm meteorologist Travis Klineski. Hope you have a great Tuesday.